After the massive Bitcoin crash we had yesterday, I opened a $1.6 million Bitcoin long position, which is right now in about $30,000 in profit. And on today's update video, I'm exactly gonna be explaining about what I think about this most recent Bitcoin recovery we had. We created this massive Bitcoin hammer candle on the daily time frame. I will be talking about what I'm expecting is going to be happening next, and many more important charts, including the CME gap, will be discussed over the course of this weekend. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slam that like button back above 1,000 likes, and let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, just like last weekend, we are creating another CME gap, and please make sure to take it extremely serious. If you didn't took it serious last time around, you can clearly see what has happened afterwards. Over the course of the weekend, we had that slight little pump upwards, and then of course eventually on the Wednesday we managed to be filling up the CME futures gap. So once again, this time around the CME futures gap is getting created around 56.6k. So please make sure to be expecting that. Yes, Bitcoin is most likely going to be hovering around this price, but if we're going to be trading above it, or if we're going to be trading significantly below it, we are most likely going to come back towards this valuation on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So this is what happens usually with CME gaps. Bitcoin tend to be either trading around them, or it's going to be filling it up on the weekdays after. So that is of course what is very important to understand right now, but also at the same time, which is very important to understand, is that we're creating a massive bullish divergence on Bitcoin. So you can clearly see the Bitcoin price action is creating a lower low, but at the same time we're seeing that the RSI is creating a higher low, and this of course means that there is a clear divergence in strength in the market. And yes, after we already confirmed that first initial bounce towards the upside, I wouldn't be all too surprised that we're going to be actually seeing an even stronger bounce towards the upside. So Bitcoin creating a hidden bullish divergence not only on the 4-hour, but also if we're putting it on the 12-hour time frame, and if we're putting it on the daily time frame, you can also see that Bitcoin is also creating a bullish divergence right now. So things are looking great. You can clearly see lower low on the daily time frame, higher low on the daily RSI, and of course this means is that we're seeing currently a bullish divergence on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. So yes, like you know, if you've been watching the video from yesterday or the video from the day before, I announced that I was opening up a new Bitcoin long position, and I did so from this very important level 53.7k, which I thought was going to be the bottom. And if I'm going to be looking back at this level, this green line I just opened my trade on, you can clearly see that in the past, clearly Bitcoin bounced very hard from off this level. Also, once we broke above it, we flipped this level into support, we went up higher, and of course the point where we broke below this level, we saw a significant dump towards the downside. And also even before that, you can just see that this level acted as massive support for Bitcoin. And if we're then going to be going back towards where we're currently bouncing from, it is exactly this level again for Bitcoin. And yes, I decided to be opening up a $1.6 million Bitcoin long position, and I am currently in a profit of about $28,000 already, and I am planning to ride this trade towards new all-time highs. So I opened the trade up on the lower side. I think that right now we are close towards the bottom, or we already have formed the bottom, and if we are going to be going any lower than this, my stop loss is below this box right here. So below $50,000 is my stop loss right now here. But personally, I don't really think we're going to be hitting that level, because also resuming in, we can see that on the daily time frame, we have created a massive wick on the lower side. This is a hammer candle that Bitcoin is currently creating, and that is a typical bullish bias reversal signal. And yes, if I'm going to be doing even more deep dives, just like we had last time around here, I believe that we were going to be getting this fake out before the next big rally is going to be starting towards the upside. And if we're just going to be looking at that last time where Bitcoin was consolidating, we also went below the most important support box, faked everyone out, and then we started to see that creation of that big run towards the upside. And what we're doing right now is basically exactly the same. We went below that most important level of support, we faked everyone out with a big wick on the lower side. Now I expect like 2 or 3 days of consolidation, just like we had last time around. And after that, I'm expecting that big rally back towards the upside. And yeah, probably also towards new all-time highs. So, and I really believe that this was one of the most important and biggest fake outs Bitcoin has ever created. You can see that you can see clearly that Bitcoin does this many times before. And most likely today or tomorrow, we're going to be still seeing some pressure towards the downside. But once the recovery is going to be starting for Bitcoin, that is the point where we're going to be seeing that next big rally towards the upside. But you can clearly see Bitcoin tends to create these fake outs many times before it actually goes much higher. So yes, important to understand, important to know what is currently happening. But yeah, this is the third time we're seeing this in this massive consolidation phase, and we've been going sideways for about 130 days right now here. And of course, it's important to understand how Bitcoin is developing. And currently, we're creating that massive Bitcoin hammer candle, which makes me, of course, even more bullish. Yesterday as well, we saw even more buys from the spot Bitcoin ETF, which I was not necessarily expecting. But yeah, there's been a lot of Bitcoin bought here, $140 million to be exact. And I'm expecting that this is only going to be increasing as next week is going to get started. So yes, still, while you are maybe panicking, do remember BlackRock has already bought more than 300,000 Bitcoin. Guys, they are buying Bitcoin while you are potentially panicking. And at the same time, if we are looking at the liquidation heat map, the majority of the liquidity is still laying above us, and ultimately we are going to be grabbing this liquidity. To be exact, more than $10 billion is going to get liquidated already if Bitcoin goes to $67,000, and if we go to $70,000, we're going to be seeing a liquidation worth over $12 to $13 billion. So make sure to prepare for that. And always in every single bull market, before it really gets initiated, we tend to see these massive fake outs. So it's a very normal thing that has happened many times before, and it shouldn't be freaking you out. So guys, this is it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to slap that like button and subscribe to the channel, and see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.